Everyone talks about the competitive edge and how competitive this competition now is and how equal. When you review a season, do you look at the ladder after a season, or do you look at who won the flag and work back through prelims and semis and the finals?
No, I tend to ignore the finals a bit strangely, because the finals is another little 4-week season, 3-week season where it's knockout. I mean, you lose, you're out, and eventually someone gets to be premiers, which of course was Melbourne. But I sometimes when you look at the ladder, you got to sort of remind yourself of what happened over a 6-month period. And Melbourne, as we remember, the last kick of the game against Geelong got them the top position. Yep. Otherwise, Geelong might have finished on top. I mean, so it's a fine line in what then happens in the finals. But I tend to look at it, and it's like some things always surprise me. The competitive edge you talk about, everyone's searching for it, but it's never permanent. It comes, it can come, and it can go, and you can never find. Like Richmond are the most interesting team for me. I mean, they've been good enough to be top 4, they win the 3 premierships over the last 4 years. But last year, they only won 9 games and dropped to 12th position. Now, clearly, they lost their competitive edge. Now, did it just disappear when Dustin Martin got injured? I mean, to a degree, they once you've lost it, it is not easy to get it back, because the whole thing's changed. Richmond are a very, very different outfit, group, club than they were 12 months ago. So, you sort of remind yourself of that. The Eagles were ninth. They've dropped off the perch a bit. Collingwood obviously was second last with only 6 wins. They were grand finals in 2018. So sometimes you remind yourself. Now the Suns still won 7 games. Like, everyone thinks the Suns must be hopeless, but they won a third of their games, so they weren't terrible. They weren't hopeless, and I kind of look at it a little bit like that. But so when I look at the ladder, Melbourne, I think, still logically are the team to beat. Port finished second last year with 17 wins. For some reason, I just don't think they're going to win a premiership anytime soon. Brisbane, Geelong finished third. I think they'll be around the mark. And Brisbane, I think, maybe have got more growth in them than anyone has of those top half dozen teams.
Leigh Matthews with us on Sports Day. Leigh, stay with us. We've got Steve Hocking. The Cats are in a really interesting position. Steve Hocking is their new CEO. He's going to join us live right after this on Sports Day.